Final few challenges today. Standard run tough slipways. I think I want to do that. Okay, this time we've got rich deposits, which gives us mines yield more ore. Alright. I'll accept this sector with a random set of things. We'll get prospectors and prosperity. I see. So prospectors gives us more asteroids. Ooh, we get a combo. Graphitic mining with prospectors. Nice source of money, that early game. So we don't have the Vittori, right? That immediately tells me that we need to focus on science a bit more than normally. It's already a bit of a thing, right? I feel like the other races might need some science tech as well, right? Like say if the Bakar had something where they could turn ore into science, right? And the Denner could turn, I don't know, biomatter into science, and Silted probably like chips or robots. Would make things a whole lot more fair. And the Vittori aren't around to give us a major science boost. Because... Huh. Yeah, if only we had some food for it, right? Buy hybrids. Could be it, right? Oh, we need to find some food for it, and I'll be okay with taking this, but... We need to find some food for it, definitely. Alright, we'll have a look over here if we can. Although it'd be better suited not taking too many asteroids, right? It's like... I don't know. Also, this is an option too, right? I think we'll start with the Arctic. Gives us a fairly good two-way trade to start off with. As well as opportunities for a remnant, right? And for mineral here. So maybe both do minerals. Right, we'll strip mine after the whole place. The idea behind that being, I mean, we get integrated manufacturing as well, right? We even get, well, we get Genesis cells. We have all those combination things. That's neat. As well as Starbirth for later. Starbirth is a good energy tech. It's hard to get though because, you know, lack of... oh, do we have hydroponics? No, we don't. We do have solar superconductors though. You know, there's like an arid and a desert there, so, you know. There's an opportunity for some farms. Let's have a look. What do we have available for our tech? For tasks. Population by 4. Ore by 4. We'll take that. That's easy to do here. And Forge Worlds is successful. I mean, that might be possible over here, right? It kind of depends, you know, how reasonable everything else is going to be over here. Let's have a look what this is. Now that's the one I exactly wanted to get. Like, that's the exact one I wanted. It's bots and chips. Instantly. Or, sorry, it's ore and chips instantly. So, we can use that to make, like, robots here, for example, right? And that makes 2 robots, one of which we can use for, say, the good here. Now what would we want to do with the other robot, though? And this is the question, right? If only we could make some food up here or something, right? But there's no food place here. You are going to be struggling for a while, I guess. I mean, we could even do that, right? Send in the other ore. I think we'll start with this actually, because I'll use up the water as well. You know, making full use out of all the resources to make a bunch of ore. And we can go ahead and scout here as well. See what we can find. Yeah, I mean, we should be able to do something like a colony here, for example, right? Like, I would like the goods, right? That's the thing. And we could just make goods here as well, right? The thing is that we kind of want microchips as well, right? If we make microchips here, then we can send in microchips into colony and the jungle. And we could make a bot here for the jungle. And the jungle can be our food. And then in addition to that, because of this, we can make some goods here as well. And we don't have to do that, right? We could just also keep the chips, right? And that would allow us to make a chip laboratory. Food for thought. Do I need this connection? Probably I want this connection, right? That makes some more sense than that one. So we'll start over here, I think. It's the most expensive connection, I guess. So the rest should be more doable. We'll use one asteroid, I suppose, right? I would like to keep as many as I can for gravitic mining, but if we want to get that for like 20, we should try to. Right. Okay. That's almost the last ore, right? I could just found this and then we'd have it, right? I don't know if I should. It's only March still. Maybe we should just take the money. It's 33 money. We'll still be able to basically do the same sort of thing. I don't know how we get the successful forge world though then. That's a bit the problem, right? Like, how are we going to get it? Like, integrated manufacturing will get us successful forge worlds later, but we want them now. Don't really want to wait however long it takes to make integrated manufacturing. Maybe we can get something here though. That's my hope. Not really. Right. We're kind of lacking in chips here. Although, you know, we could do this connection, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, let's just take the 33, right? I mean, I would love to just do that, because it'll just work, right? No, maybe not. Maybe we should take the 20-ish. It takes so much money, right? I could take an asteroid and do it that way, but... Huh. How do we deal with this? Like, for example, we could skip, right? And then, you know, do something like that. Which then has to skip again, right? We get like 20 income a year. It's not the best, really. It's kind of the worst, right? We can't get further back either, because we kind of scout it. And water here would be great, right? Food here's out of range even, so can't even do that. Could do this, but there's not much point. There's you as well. I mean, we could unlock biohybrids, right? And then we would get biomatter into robot together with you. Which would work very well, right? Don't get me wrong, there's no ore here for this second one, so it would be kind of nice. Now then again, right? How do we get another ore? 5 imports and exports. And this one will qualify it, right? But then it needs successful partners. That'll take a while, right? Like, to get this one successful, for example, right? Just send the ore into a lab and that will be better. Let's find out it's over here as well. Why not? See what you can do here. There's not much, is there? That's not true. Right? Like that. That would get us our successful Forge World. We could even use these asteroids here a bit. To sort of work our way around. If we need to. I guess we don't need this stuff then. Right. We should just keep going then. 1 and... You're in the new year, so perhaps we wait and we scout a bit. In fact, if we can get to October, we should, but I don't think we realistically can. Bit of an unfortunate thing because we end up giving away even more income because of that. In November, right? We could scout twice. This costs 3 a year, so we probably are wise to do so. These mineral things cost lots of upkeep, right? And high upkeep. All right, we have a successful Forge World. So now what? Well, I mean, we've got this water, so better use it. Right. We can get a habitat. How good is that? Not much, really. Also just get 15 credits. Which makes a lot more sense to me. Yeah. What do I want to build here? Green stuff, right? Yeah. It costs like 2, right? Yeah, 2. Right, let's wait. Okay. What do we do here? I'd love to get some graffiti mining or gene adjustment, right? Now we gotta just like plow on. See if we can find some minerals in a better spot. And this one ain't bad. I'm just afraid of never getting any food up here, right? Looks like out of range too. Never mind, it's pretty bad then. Oh, you are in range. Of an Earth-like? Let's just take that, don't we? And that solves this colony, which, because it's sending out 2 people, it makes it much more wealthy. It'll make much more money. Alright, what do we want? Discover planets. Okay, we can do that. That's not a hard mission. We get some good money for it too, right? Got a food-producing planet that's successful. Actually, that's not hard. We'll do that too. 6 robots is kind of quite a few robots for now. I don't know what to do with all this ore, but, you know, lab maybe, right? Could be, but I don't know. We have loads of ore. Can we later on get like nano fabrication or something? Yeah, we can. Oh, that'd be nice. Are we able to turn things into nanoboards? Or maybe like micro forges or something? We can't get micro forges. Well, we can get flexifab, right? Or the other thing where you make chips in an ore world. Like that combines fairly well with asteroid tech, so we should try to keep our asteroids if I can. And I've used like 2 or 3 of them, right? So that's not a good idea, not great. So we need to discover a bunch of planets for the Bakar. Maybe we take an asteroid that's not really in a good spot. Maybe this one. To be able to do so for this year at least. Because we can get the 13 planets, which shouldn't be too hard to get. We can maybe start, you know, looking towards making some science. I don't know. Oh, we missed this one. So yeah, this one is just in the corner. Sad by himself. Alright. Thing to be done there. We're going to make some green stuff over here. Lack of exports here. Because we want the food plant successful, I think we'll go ahead and make this connection. Which will then preclude and allow one of these two connections. Probably the Earth-like, because the Earth-like doesn't need need ore that's not particularly available here yet. Oh, we could get it, but there's no guarantee, right? We've got disease eradication and brain machine interface available as well. Because a brain machine interface seems reasonable, right? Although, you know, we should try not to preclude genesis cells and all that. Because those are some really nice techs. You could make goods there, but like, what's the point, right? Could also make more biomatter if I wanted, right? I think the best thing to do about this would just be make a colony, though. We're in June. Like, we can't really. We could get this one, right? July. And try to make our 13 planet discoveries work somehow. We're at 6, so we're like halfway. I think missing something or something here. Something rather. Guess not. I mean, we could make it good, but out of what, right? And that's the problem here. Make it good here, but out of what? Making robots here makes more sense. Out of green stuff, right? In fact, there's so much green stuff here potentially. Then I'm thinking of a laboratory. Already. I know, right? Like we can make some here. We can do that as well, right? We can potentially make some over here. And we could potentially even make some over here if we wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4 sources. Sounds like a good laboratory to me. Only problem is, you know, how do we get there? Because we kind of need the Bakar's help in funding that laboratory. Alright, we'll just use one asteroid here. Because that will get us to 13 finally. Okay, there's the mission complete. We get 60 credits. We get a modicum of money, right? And then that money can immediately be used up in like building things. Right, colonize 8 different planets and make 6 chips, I suppose is what we're going to do. 11 ore is a bit much, isn't it? Like how many ore planets would we need? Like 4 or something? Yeah, we need loads of ore planets if we wanted to make 11 ore. Right. I think it's time for biomatter. Lots and lots and lots of biomatter here. Like if I wanted to laboratory it. Laboratoire it. I mean, that, right? Would be in range of most things as well as that. We wouldn't be in range of the jungle, unfortunately. If I did this, we would be. Let's even this position. I think this is the better position, right? Ephemera, we'd only get 1 science, we would pay like 5 extra for that. Unless we make our way exactly to a tech with that, I don't want to do it. So what do we do instead then? Because no, otherwise we would go over to 16 planets, right? That's the thing. So we kind of want to use an asteroid or something and then find a planet and then go build a lab. We would go down in income by 16 though. Maybe we don't. do that sort of thing. I mean, you could also get 3 science out of this, but you know, you try to get 3 science out of this. No, we can't go back further. What we can do is we can sort of not connect this particular planet just right now. And, you know, that gives us slightly less income, but it gives us 3 science instead of 1. And because of that, we get to have brain-machine interfaces a year early. Right. Sort of a major change over there, having brain-machine interfaces a year early. Like, not awful, right? That would be rather bad, though. Perhaps we're required to skip here. If we want to try to unlock graphitic mining, we might want to skip at this point. We got some stuff, but none of it's, you know, super duper good. Yeah. There's not many options, right? We want to scan a bit around though before we end the year. That might be a better idea. So get some extra information. The Dender wants us to colonize a bunch of planets and will give us money for it. You will give us money if we make some chips, but I don't really see many places where we can make a lot in a useful fashion, that is. We could make them here, but like, what's the point? Where are they going to go? They're going to go exactly nowhere if we make them there, so we always got, you know, a thing here as well. But we can make them here, we can make them here a bit, like 1, right? So it costs 30. We're making like 30 a year, right? Not quite what I'd call amazing income. It's okay, but it's not, you know, anywhere surprising. Yeah, I'd want like these 3, like all of them probably. Maybe skip out on the... do we skip out on the solar superconductors? I mean, we can eventually get Starbirth, right? So maybe we do. In that case, why don't we just sort of skip the rest of this year? So we have some money to not have terrible income. Maybe not that one, maybe this one first. Why do we go for both? Right, that'd be greedy, but we could do it. That's the reason why we skip, right? We could do both and then we would get 7 science. We would be able to get biohybrids, right? That's the goal. Trying to make a biohybrid world here, which will, you know, send a robot out, get a chip in, get a green in. That's pretty good. We need to use this other water as well, right? Somehow. Yeah, I don't know, right? Getting some value out of this is hard. Also, no green stuff needed here. That's a way we could get it, but it's a bit difficult. And only getting the chip from here hurts, right? But, I mean, we kind of have to, because we had no money otherwise. Like 0 otherwise. Make a robot there, I guess, as well. We'll get 2 robots. And this will become a 2-way trade. Once it gets a human. It might be quite soon, actually. We should be using our asteroids a bit more now. Oh yeah, we can do this one as well, right? We'll get even more, actually. This is a very good place, actually. Maybe we should get some asteroid now, though, and scan. So we don't run out of money next year as easily as this year. Alright. New tech available. We want that, so we'll wait with it. But you know, that's good, right? We went from, what, 13 to 18 income right there. We're gonna go up much higher still. That's 23. 26. It's not bad. We can exploit an asteroid for a bunch more. Which I think we should exploit this one at the very least. Alright, a free infraspace relay. Would that be used for something amazing here? I think it depends, right? We could definitely build a lab for robots here in the middle. There's one here. There's going to be one here too. There might be one here too. We could get maybe 3, right? There's another 5 science. I wouldn't say it's amazing. We get 6 additional science. Which will allow us to get another tech this year. Pretty good. Right? We get gene adjustment, which will save us 19 credits immediately. Yeah, all unreliable gene adjustment, right? Get 2 more techs here as well. Biohybrids, geovitic mining. Right, we want both of those. Because we've got a good use for biohybrids. We've got multiple uses for biohybrids, I think. Like this one maybe, right? Biohybrids allowing us to make robots out of biomatter. Which we have lots of places actually where we're making robots into biomatter, so, you know, making that back into robots makes sense. We could do it here and here, right? We get 2-way trades for it. We get additional water as well. I don't really know where to use that, but there's lots of stuff. I mean, an infraway could have been useful too. We could make an infraway here, for example, make more biomass and water, but we can't really send it anywhere without more infraway. So maybe if we ever unlock the tech, right, it becomes good. For now, though, biohybrid seems like the way to go. And as well as energy eventually, right? Just use all those ice balls as stars, and then we'll get lots of goods and bolts and things. And we'll use those stars to power up additional planets. This forge world could become bolts of the goods, actually. Reason for that? We could get this thing connected, if we do. Although we'd use this thing much too early, right? I want to found the ocean too then. But then I want to found this arid first, right? Get a 2-way trade. I mean, it's all going to be not still struggling though, right? We've got some like struggling plants in the corners again. Which we should really deal with, because this was its -6. This one's already too late. This one's at -2, right? Should we skip to January? Leave our asteroids a bit? Like, I want to leave those asteroids because gravitic mining is going to double them. Making them actually good. Making them an actually good amount of money. Because right now you really don't get all that much from them. It makes sense, doesn't it? I'll take 45 income, that's good enough. Hopefully anyway. We're going to need 12 and 11, right? And then another 18 before we get it. So, like, ideally we get some more science, really, before we commit. But, you know, that requires money. So, that's kind of the problem. Can't we like do this, right? This whole thing. We get an ocean and an arid. We have 2 more types. So that's 6 types. Do we have a forge world already? Yeah, we don't, so we can get this as well. Don't mind the connection, right? We have a primordial? I don't have a primordial. Well, let's get this then. Is that too greedy? I don't know. You tell me, will we get the mission this way? We got 100 monies in the bank. We can just go ahead and grab biohybrids first. Okay, so we'll use this bit so we can connect you up, right? Doesn't that just make a lot of sense to do? Right. Wait, before we do that though, we gotta have to send one here as well. You can get skill download. I don't know about that. We can also get a bolt and a chip or 2 bolts or something here. Sorry, a mineral and a chip or 2 bolts. Either way, it's not amazing for us. Okay, let's get a hybrid hatchery here. That would point us to that's another. Would increase our maintenance costs again. So could we wait until October with that and scout some, I guess? I guess we should, right? So near October. Alright. So what will that do? Because it will have to be robots. That works. So at least the food situation is not going to be terrible like it is on the other side. But right, we'll start over here though, because this seems like a good place to go. Yeah, that looks very nice. Alright, now we can do this and that as well, right? Also, we can kind of maybe try to get some of these machine interfaces now finally. Now we have some spare money. I don't think, do we have... Oh, we don't have flexible fabrication, right? I don't think we'll ever unlock it too. So we'll have some problems getting goods then. I thought we had it, but we don't. Oh, we'll use energy, right? That'll work. We do have something we can do with this, so maybe not that. Maybe this one too. Well, that way we... Yeah, sure, we throw away 10 money to make 3, but every year, right? So we end up with more in the end. Oh look, we have 40 income. 44. So we don't have... We haven't completely tanked our money, essentially. We're still sustaining some income. The main problem is we're not making any chips anywhere. Because you don't really have the opportunity to. So that'll be a bit of a thing. We'll be able to get integrated manufacturing, but not before getting graphitic mining, because otherwise, you know, we'll never be able to get it. Next 2 techs are going to have to be probably full excavation and integrated manufacturing, right? To get access to, and now we're going to get, now we're getting 14 per thing, right? So this is 42, this is 28. It's also 28. This one's 42, right? If we go even higher, we can get like 80 per asteroid. Yeah, we'll start with this. And then this should be able to connect in and there. Not so sure how amazing all of this is, but biohybrids, right? More water, possibly. I mean, do we want to lab that up here? I might want to do that, actually. What's the point of making biohabits here, right? There's not much of a point. It's not going to be in range. Huh. Yeah. So let me make more water here, right? I guess a two-way trade, right? It's not terrible. Make more still here. Where we would... The thing is, we would cross the streams if I tried to lab it, right? That's the problem. The idea would be to throw the lab down here, right? I think I want to do that anyway. Should look at that. That lab's almost a net positive because it's making things prosperous like that. Kind of nice. Prosperity, right? It's a good thing, right? It makes it much easier to make things prosperous, and it shows. And we only have to satisfy their needs, their inputs and outputs. We don't need to throw in extra people or extra things as much. Because normally you usually get stuck at the point where you're sending or receiving 5 things. Quite often. Right, if we make use of this robot, for example, this one's probably going to prosper as well. Right, so we could just build a lab out of robots and then, you know, lab for the robots, and then we can also get prosperous. And we can actually afford to do that once we get full excavation, because we'll be able to get money from asteroids. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Honestly, no, we only have like 3 struggling plants anymore. 6 there, 9 there. Yeah, they're all kind of stuck. I could guess I could go put that in, but there's not much of a point, right? We'll get stuck up there then. It'll just cost a lot of time and not really be very much worth it. We'll pay the 3% penalties at some point. I was wondering if I should make this as well. I think I should. I like having science. So yeah, full excavation time, right? 26 for each. Look at that. 78. Asteroid's worth something. Finally. Let's start consuming them all. 78 there as well. 104 over here. Right? So where can we make those chips? Because Sylph is staring me in the face and annoying me. You find us somewhat solve this stuff. Over here. I said I wanted to make a robot lab, right? Let's just do that. That makes you successful as well, right? And you have what you need to become prosperous, but you need more partners. Same here probably, right? Yeah. So we can now start, like, you know, so these can also make water if we want to, so we should be careful about that, because it might be useful. But here we want to, we only get 6 here, it's not really worth it. That one will become pretty big if we can do it. That one we don't want to do. This one we definitely do want a machine line now. And here too, machine interfacing. Right, we want to make this connection at some point as well, so right. Like we're looking for Genesis cells and integrated manufacturing. Probably IM first, because otherwise we won't get Genesis cells. There's also an argument to be made for making Enlightenment, but I mean we're better off just using Starbirth. Even if I enlighten this, this isn't going to pop anyway. Unless we lab something else here too. I mean, I could, but we'll do that in the last year, right? And we don't have to pay so much for it. That makes a lot more sense than doing it now. So no, upgrading you would be very sensible, actually. Giving him an extra import, just an energy or something. We'll make it turn probably like prosperous or successful. I think successful, because it needs a 5th output, right? Still, turning this successful will turn a few other things prosperous, I would imagine. Right, this one, yeah. Not that one, though. This one will need some more help. Need some more partners, right? Like this one. But, you know, sending it in the other direction will make both of its partners. So suddenly all it needs is an additional export or whatever. Which it can get. Make another lab, right? Why don't we do that now as well? Right, we'll go up in upper science by another 3. There's no real reason not to, really. I'll take care of the problems the area here has as well. Well, maybe we do it the other way around and we build this one first. And this connects, right? This makes some sense to put in, right? Or like over here, to be honest. Right? 4 more. We could machine interface you, but we could also upgrade you with more chips. And then you connect you here or something. More interconnections is better because it will make more prosperous plans happen. We can do that. And then finally we can use biohybrids here. And that makes perfect sense, actually. There we go. We fixed it. Integrated manufacturing is available. Have a good spot for it. I mean, anyway, it's good, right? Because we can get you up. And that will make you happier. All you need is another partner now. Which we should be able to give it, but that's slightly out of range, right? Otherwise we could do this. Because this is water, that would be its partner. We don't have another partner for it. A trading partner, because it's kind of stuck in between the laboratories, right? It's like not much over here. There's not many planets here that we could help them trade with. You could make a good, you could make energy for this one. Like Starburst is going to be great, right? I can only tell, but not so much for the rest. We kind of need chips very badly. I kind of have a hard time getting them, to be honest. We could just make some here, I suppose, right? And the ore comes from here, but where's the people going to come from then, right? It might be a better idea to make some people here. And some chips there as well, right? We're able to make lots of chips in this area, actually. Maybe we could do a chip lab over here in this corner. It's all these things. Could be possible. Anyway, we'll go to like very low income, but it's fine. We have these asteroids that are worth a ton of money. Can always use one. I like that one. Just try to use them in such a way that we get the most value out of it. This was pretty good. New technology available. We can get Genesis cells up. And there was a good location for it right over here. So let's go ahead and make one at least. Yeah, we just got like 8 income from that. Well, I might want to wait with it, because if I wait with it, I might be able to get a mission for Dender for Prosperous Planets. Which we can now afford to do something like that, right? Okay, we should definitely try to get more chips. Right. Hmm. Explore all the way in the middle of nowhere, probably, yeah. 11 food, though. Will we ever be able to make that much? Seems a bit of a pipe dream, doesn't it? Ah, they're all hard to do. 7 chips as well, right? Like, do I want to make 7 more? Or like that much more food? Like maybe with energy driven industry we can get some more, right? Maybe with skill up we can get some more, but we don't have those. We can get skill download to a tech list, right? And then we can get skill download. It costs like 25 per. We only would have 1, 2, 3 food plants here, right? It's like making 11 more food. It's like, it's I don't know, like with the 3 food from skill up, it's like 8 more, so it's like 3 more food plants. Which will also need bots and also need people and also need all the other things, right? That feels a bit nearly impossible to do with only 5 years on the clock. I mean, 7 chips could be doable, right? I might want to do 7 chips, but not like 11 things. And can we really not do it? We have to accept 2 as well, right? That's the thing. We can't only take 1 mission. I have to take 2 at a time too. It's a bit rude. We just rather just take like, you know, relays and stuff and just start fixing things. I'm like, suppose I could take replicating nanites and build all these things. It is a thing we could try to do. I don't know how our money situation is going to turn out, but you know what? We could try it. Probably badly is my intuition. At the very least, send everything that can be sent, right? That's all fascinating. We've got like 1 food already. All of that didn't really accomplish all that much, did it? We're going to get a bunch of prosperity, but we're not going to get a bunch of food. Here's the thing. This one's expertly suitable for it, right? Right, that's not a problem. We can take an asteroid. Like, say, this one, 78. I'm sure, right, we got some bots, but what are we going to make those bots out of? Or, I would imagine? Should we maybe take some of these now? If we're going for nanites, so we have some money, so we can sort of... That makes sense, right? We got up to 207 money. Oh wait, we can only get it next year, because we can't get the effect, and then that doesn't really make a lot of sense. We'll just go ahead and build things, I guess. That's one of the 7 chips, right? One of the 7. Out of range, right? Will that be a surprise? This won't be good though, 130. That's 1 asteroid. I'm not sure what to do here. So just grab this. I'm looking for the biomatter for this thing. Oh well, there we It's probably going to have to be water, though. Because of aridity. So, though, you know, these ore plants can make a chip, right, if they want them to. And I might want them to. That'll expand our chip production to the 7 we need. Right, we can get replicating nanites now. Should give us some more time. And we could finish off with Starbirth, hopefully. 19, 38, 50. Right, we need 2 more, ideally, really. Two more points. Somehow. Like 5 here, 3 there, 2 there, right? It's just like not really that much science everywhere. Get a chip from there, right? I don't know how valuable that is, but it's not really useful for science, that's for sure. For science. How do we science even? I mean, just getting this will suffice, right? You already had -8, yeah, I suppose, right? This is 6 there. Easiest way to do this. And I guess then we pick this one up as well. Get us some food. You know, there we go. We've fixed it a bit. Where's like a good asteroid here? This one right at 130 is good. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, we can get like Genesis cells for that. Giving us, you know, maybe an opportunity to make some more food. We need 11, right? Oh, we're quite a ways into it. Yeah, we can make 2 energy here. Hey, that's not bad. I'm not really sure what to do with the other one. I'm going to send it here. It creates more, like, things here. I'm not sure what to do with the people, though. Right? You know what? We'll do this, actually. I'll make some more science. There we go. There's your couple points of science. We'll end up with 54 science in like 2 years, which means we'll be able to get Starbirth. Maybe also relays. Probably not, though. Starbirth's fine, too, though. Nothing wrong with fixing things with Starbirth. So we can get water here. Which I think is the best thing we can do here, because like we can get that sort of thing, right? We can go ahead and make biomatter and sort of send it in. Making it an extra food, right? And now it's making 2 food. That's not terrible. I'm not so sure how to fix the rest of the stuff, though. Like, all these water-making places can make biomatter, but there's no point to it, really. So we're nearly out of cash. Kind of crazy. And it makes sense we're making like 50 planets. It's just kind of a lot of planets. Also kind of suffering from like posturages a bunch, yeah. Hashi. And Climmer AX over here, yeah. We have lots of planets that could help. But you know, we won't have enough to get both that and the other thing, because Vakar went and gave us the wrong thing. And I also took these things, right? I took these challenges, which I maybe shouldn't have. Integrated manufacturing. 78 here. I can't remember if stars also count for these asteroids. I don't think they do. I mean, neat, right? But didn't really accomplish all that much. We got one closer to the mission, I suppose. 2 out of 7 chips. 7 chips and 11 food. How the hell do we make all that stuff? That is the question, isn't it? Oh, I mean, you're good at making food. And I guess what we can do is we can make this, and then we can make, like, that. And we can consume this asteroid for 104. Big asteroid, right? We do have a version, which would be great with this whole setup, but I think we have quite the money to justify doing all that. This whole setup's good though. This works. So I know we're nearly there. Also, income's going to go down by like 50 soon, so we might not want to go into Colossal, or like, is it Mammoth or whatever? Like the biggest of sizes. Chunky Empire, right? Might not want to do that. Just a hint, right? We could send in a bunch of stuff into a lab here, yeah. Huh. Make a huge water lab, but there's like no more point to it. No more time for it. Alright, what do we need to make this work? Like, we need an Earth-like and something else probably, right? That's not really... Does this work actually? This might just work. I mean, it depends if we can find some kind of colony on the other side, right? So we can use the food. I mean, there is. It will need chips, but, you know, we'll deal with that. This has become successful now, right? So we at least make some successful and prosperous planets like this. Alright, we can get Starbirth. Okay, we have the dinner thing gone. I don't know what we can do the other one, but we can get our Starbirth, which I kind of really wanted to do. It's not really the location for it, though. I thought this one was very good. Yeah, that one's pretty good. That'll do it. 10 income, 2 prosperous plants. That one's good too. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. We should take those. Where else? Over here, right? Yep. What about you? We need more better partners. We'll send in energy anyway, right? It does take a month, though. We need better partners as well. There's no star for these two, right? That is the problem. If we're left out, they don't have a star. They don't have a shiny bright star for them. So no, we can just take a chip there instead of skill download. So you don't have the money for skill download. Doesn't make like 40 income, but you know, we have asteroids, so it's fine. We can take energy to do an industry if I want. We'll make some more stuff in various places, but no useful stuff anywhere, I would imagine. Just more... We'll actually go down in happiness from it mostly, so... It's pretty bad, actually. What we really should be looking for is 3 more chips, just, like, finish things. I guess there's a couple to be had here. We'll just lab it. I mean, yeah, that would work, right? We might not even need to do that, though. If we can just find a place to do ore, we're making ore, that could also be making a chip. There we go. Whoa. Silted tech discount, okay. Increase the production of energy by 5. Can Can we just do that by finding like 3 stars? It takes like, how long does it take to make a star? Only 1 month. Well, we'll do that then as our final mission. We should be able to make some prosperity and things happen, right? I think this one's better. We should just need more partners, right? And you're a partner and you're a partner, so if I make both of you successful, that should work. There we go, another prosperous planet. And Star Wars pretty good at it for making prosperous planets. Does this one want another import? I mean, we could make another star and just throw that in, I suppose. I guess you want an export, so that's not going to work. I want to fix this, I think, because it's struggling and stuff. Minus 7% is pretty big, yeah. Alright, can we... like... there's one here for 52. One there for 52 as well. Star. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Nice to know. So, like, do we just make a star and make that one prosperous last planet? Or are we gonna be able to make, like... I mean, we could fix that as well, right? It's 4% happiness. Or do we make a prosperous planet in October, November, December? Yeah, we have to make a choice, I think, here. Or we don't get the luxury of doing more than one thing here. So it's either or, right? What does this thing want? We won't ever be able to do that. I can give this thing an import route. That'll be possible, but it's not really all that well. Get a problem successful, right? Yeah, just make chips, right? If we had a chip world, we'd just do that, but we don't. Wait, I can make you at least useful. No, I can't, because we can't throw the energy anywhere. I think we'll decline all these missions. I don't think we'll be able to do any more. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is the final thing we're gonna do. Yeah, that made more unhappiness, right? We can't do because I've viewed the missions. Oh, okay, well. Like, it helps by just 1%, right? We'd be far better off had I made this thing prosperous. Because I didn't realize, you know, it has like unemployment as well. Like 3%. Like, I should be making some biomatter here and sending it into here, right? To make this all work. And then, you know, it would need to become like successful as well by sending out another person. And only then would it become useful. We're off by like a couple of years, right, for that. So we had some of the harder missions we could get there. So I think we did fairly okay. Our empire is big. Empire is very big. Double G big. Well, there's this one we can do, I guess. Oh, that one to do as much good though. Also, lots of resource, no export, right? Like lots of resource shortages this empire has. Yeah, this empire is kind of too big for its own good. It's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a messy run, this. Kind of works, but it's kind of right. So we can't really use one of these stars anymore because we cannot send the energy in the very last month. So that's a no-go. There's like no real way of sending in anything anywhere, is there? I'm just looking around and there's like one more thing we've forgotten or something, but I don't see any. Like, I found one more planet and get our... No, we can't get our empire size up either. Or one short for that too. And I guess we could not make this, right, and make our empire size go up by like founding a planet and stuff. I don't know about that. That doesn't seem like it's very much better right there. Anyway. Huh. Right, we'll just take 52 credits and end the run. Oh, alright. 12,903. With the Bakar, the Dender, and the Silthid in the middle two. I haven't done that in a while. Previous score with them was much better, like 26